Guys, we're back.
It's just like getting pulled over by the cops. The window rolls down. The cop's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Shit.
Joe, I took one hit of that shit. That shit was strong as hell. I feel high already.
That's good for you, Dean. It's good for you. Opens your mind.
It's the right stuff. Yeah, there's some talk about Trump legalizing marijuana now.
That would be amazing.
That, I mean, it kind of feels like it is legal right now.
Well, it should be. It's so stupid. It's so. I can't believe we're still dealing with this. I mean, I would have thought by the time I just turned 58, I would have thought by the time I'm 58, we would have figured this out.
Right.
Can I tell you, with my ulcerative colitis, we always start with my ass for some reason. But with my ulcerative colitis, after my colonoscopy one time, the doctor's like, well, there's this pill you could take. It could affect your liver, but not for many years. Like, not for... No, this was when I was like 39. I'm 51 now. I'd be going to Colombia for stem cells for my fucking liver at this point. So what I do is the natural stuff, and it does help me. It just helps, and I don't have to... That's not fucking with my liver.
Bro, it would take the place of so many different pharmaceutical drugs, and that's a big part of the problem. The other part of the problem is the alcohol industry.
Yeah, that would suffer for sure, right?
Yeah. And they've done studies. They know. And they lobby. They work on it hard. They do not want marijuana becoming legalized in the whole nation.
Alcohol's way worse. I mean, that's
way
just
worse.
An age-old conversation, but...
Well, the real big problem is who's selling if it's illegal. The cartel.
That's right.
You know, I've talked about this before. If you've heard it before, I'm sorry, but there's a guy named John Norris who's been on the podcast before, who was a game warden. He wrote a book called Hidden War. He was a game warden in California. You know, just a guy who checks fishing licenses and shit. He loves the woods, loves being outdoors.
He came
upon a fucking cartel grow op in the middle of the national forest. And then they realize, oh no, this is what they do. They go deep into the woods and public land, and they set up a grow op, and they got fucking AKs, and they got, you know, the Virgin Mary photos that they pray to at night. It's crazy. Like full-on campsites filled with cartel dudes. They started turning into a tactical team. So this guy had to get Belgian Malinois and bulletproof vests, and they're getting shootouts with the cartels in the middle of the woods.
Thought he was signing up to be a park ranger, and he's out there.
No shit.
Yeah.
Hear people's fish stories. Like, how'd you get this one? You know, no, he's fucking getting shootouts. Because it's illegal.
With the cartels.
So when California made their laws where you could have legalized recreational marijuana, what they also did was if you grow it illegally, it's only a misdemeanor. So the cartel could just grow illegally.
And it's just a misdemeanor.
It's a misdemeanor.
No big deal.
And if they catch people that are illegals up there, they don't do shit. So it's the perfect spawning ground for cartel grow-ops. And what he was saying at the time he was here, which was a couple of years back, but he was saying that it was as much as 80% of the marijuana, I think, that was the number, in the country, in places where it's illegal, is coming from these dudes. And they're using all these crazy pesticides and herbicides that are totally illegal, fucking super toxic shit that's outlawed on farms in America, but it's effective, and so they're using it. So you're getting this weed that's infected with these pesticides and herbicides. There's no rules, man. It's illegal weed. If they had it legal, you could have inspectors who could check the fucking the farms and the factories. It'd be just like alcohol. If alcohol was illegal, we'd all be fucked. We'd be drinking moonshine. No one would know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
Fuck a nice glass of wine. You're drinking fucking straight up alcohol, nasty shit, because that's all that's available. And that's what people are doing right now. It's dumb. It empowers the people that are criminals.
Well, you said it before. It's the money.
100%.
They're going to affect the big pharma, and we all have seen after from COVID what the hell kind of power big pharma has.
Yeah, they're worried about it, but I think the alcohol people are worried more.
The alcohol people got us twice. They were fighting. Remember, they fought MMA hard too. Budweiser.
Did they?
Because of boxing, you know.
Yeah,
kind of crazy that Bud Light became a sponsor years later.
How long did the prohibition last for?
Prohibition on alcohol, that's a good point. I think it was 10 years. Was it 10 years, Jamie?
Must have been a rough fucking 10 years.
Bro, it had to be crazy.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan is officially done with Brendan Schaub. So he did an MMA podcast, pretty much like a fight companion. No Schaub, still had Eddie Bravo though. and 2 new guys. And every time he does like a show with a circle of his friends, it's Ari, Shane, Mark Norman, no Bappa. So Rogan is officially done with Schaub. And the saddest thing is Schaub moved to Austin, Texas. Schaub is literally like 5 minutes from this studio and could easily go there. But Joe Rogan's officially done with him. The saddest thing, too, is Brian Callen moved down to Texas because Joe Rogan offered him a residency at his comedy club, the Comedy Mothership. Brendan Schaub followed Brian Callen to Texas because he wasn't going to let another co-host leave him like Theo Von did. So right now, Schaub is sitting in Austin. He has no friends. He can't even get his producer Chin to hang out with him. Callen is doing spots at the Comedy Mothership every night and not bringing Bappa with him. Hell, Schaub can't even get into the Comedy Mothership by himself. Someone pointed out in my comments, Joe Rogan told Callen not to bring Schaub within 500 feet of that comedy club. But now Rogan is doing an MMA podcast without Schaub, and Schaub is doing one with Jesse on Fire. And Jesse on Fire is the one doing Schaub a favor, because Jesse on Fire is way bigger than Schaub. But it's pretty obvious and evident that Joe Rogan is officially done with Brendan Schaub. I don't think nary are we ever going to see Schaub on Rogan again. If we do, it'll be because Rogan's going to have on Brian Callen, and Brian Callen forced him to bring Schaub. Although I highly even doubt that. You have to remember, Schaub is being sued now for fraud, for conspiracy. Let's not forget, Schaub is being sued, and there's whistleblowers involved and everything. So, Rogan is pretty much 100% done with him. And Rogan started out this whole thing talking about what's Trump doing? He needs to legalize marijuana. Schaub just went on a rant about how Trump needs to keep marijuana illegal. Because I think that was Schaub's little shot at Rogan. Because Rogan won't pick up his phone calls, won't answer his texts. I'm pretty sure Rogan is done. And that's how Rogan does people. Go ask Dave Rubin. Dave Rubin was like, hey, I thought me and Joe Rogan were buddies, and then he just cut me off and doesn't respond to any of my texts and won't have me on his show again. That's how Rogan does it. And that's what's been done to Bappa. Rogan is officially done with Schaub. So what's Schaub got now? He moved to Austin, Texas, where Joe Rogan is king, and Joe Rogan is done with him. And him and his wife miss LA. His wife was just in LA. She went to LA just to take pictures for Instagram. He doesn't have stand-up. He has nothing. And now Rogan's done with him. Sad. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.